Hi guys. So for our balloon drawings today, you want to have 7 balloons somewhere on your paper. Now you can decide how to turn your paper today, and it is really important that you not only have 7 balloons, but that they overlap each other in some way, and they also go off the page. Now, easiest way I have found to draw a balloon, and we'll start right up here in the corner and work our way down, is to start with a half circle or like an egg shape. And if you notice, I'm letting it go right off the page. And I'm making a nice dark line so you guys can see it, but you probably want to make more of a lighter line so that it doesn't show up as much when you paint. All right, so I have my first one. The balloon itself makes an egg shape, and then the little tie at the bottom is more of a trapezoid. So there is one balloon. Let's go ahead and draw my other 7, making sure I overlap the balloons. Now remember, just because they overlap does not mean they have to be the exact same size. So I have 1, 2. Let's do a third one here. And I'm not only overlapping my balloons on one side, but I'm making sure they overlap somewhere else as well. 1, 2, 3 balloons. Going to make my fourth just a little smaller. One, two, three, four, 5. And let's get my 6th one going right off the page. And I will have my 7th right down here at the bottom. Okay, so as you look around, there's my balloons, making sure they overlap. If you make a mistake, that is what the erasers are for in your bins. All right, guys, let's get to drawing. Now that you're ready to paint your balloons, remember that we're actually mixing different colors to create the tertiary or intermediate colors. That is the goal of our balloons today. So starting with my first balloon up in the top, there it is, I want to paint with the primary color. So the first one will be red, the second will be blank, the third will be yellow, the fourth will be blank, and my 5th balloon will be blue. So you are only painting 3 colors of balloons today: red, yellow, and blue. Now, when we use our watercolors, and I'm going to turn my page just so I can get my red balloon right where you can see it. When we use our watercolors, remember, you want to dip the brush in the water first because our watercolors will not activate without water. That's why we call them watercolors. Now, once you get your paints, be sure that you are actually getting the red paint. The red should be located on the side near the yellow. And get a couple dabs of water if you need it. And as you paint, remember, hold it where it's comfortable for you. If it's comfortable to hold it more like a pencil, then that's how you should hold it. If it's comfortable to hold it a little further up on the handle, then hold it further up. Now when I paint, I tend to put my brush at an angle so that it doesn't go outside the lines as I brush around. Remember, art is not a race. We are not trying to be the first person finished. We are simply trying to make sure that we do the best job we can do. Yep, and as you can see, my paint is starting to get a little dried out. So I want to dip it in the water, wipe it on the brush, dip it in the water, and get a little more paint on my brush. Now, when I'm trying to paint a 3D form, which is what a balloon is, I like to paint one side just a little bit darker than the other. So on this one, I would want to come back and add a second layer of paint to one side. This will create the illusion that it is 3D and not a flat piece of paper. And you can continue to add a little more as you wish to get it to the darkness you want on one side. Because remember, with watercolor, the more water we add, the lighter the shape gets, or the color gets, and the less water and more layers we add, the darker it gets. Now, last but not least, don't forget to paint the bottom or the tie of your balloon. After you do your red balloon, you want to make sure you push your brush all the way to the bottom of the bowl to rinse it out and swish it. And then to dry it off between colors, just make an X on the sponge. Now I'm ready for the next color. You will do red. Remember to skip a balloon. The third balloon will be yellow. Skip a balloon. And the fifth balloon will be blue. Okay, guys, have fun and get to painting.